People deluded, I'm back again. What are you saying, Mo, man? Now, there's nothing I can tell you, you know. You sat there on my channel and so was I. We was talking about how difficult Leicester could be and, you know, we would take a point prior to the game. So first things first, credit where due. We kept a clean sheet. We scored some early goals. You know, collectively, great performance and we started well. Individually, great performance. Like, obviously, shout out to Ramsdale, made 8 saves. Gabriel, superb. For me, Thomas Partey, also superb. It's like, even with the Ramsdale save from Maddison's free kick, you know, Partey's the one that mops up in the build-up for Smith Rowe's goal. You know, Partey's won the ball back, I believe, from James Maddison, or he's intercepted a poor pass from James Maddison or something like that. You know, that's our best performance of the season. Not that there's many case studies, you know, but, you know, there's only about 3 games, the 3-1 victories against Spurs and Villa. And I would edge it on this game because we kept a clean sheet, you know, and because we looked a tiny bit more in control for large parts. Now, obviously, second half, we knew they were going to throw the kitchen sink at us. They were going to change things. They were going to have to hit back. And there were some nervy moments. There were several periods where we probably could have done better, holding on to the ball, not being as open on the transition, not being as careless. There was that. And the very fact of, despite the fact that we've won 2-0, apologies, and it's more or less been a one-sided affair, yet Ramsdale probably is the man of the match. That tells you there's a lot for us to work on. But, you know, there's something to build upon. We end October strongly. We look towards November with optimism. There is going to be numerous twists and turns and bumps and bruises across the season. But, you know, if you play like this, you can make a real meal of potentially getting Europe again. We need to focus on the Watford game. We need to apply ourselves. We need to focus on, take the positives from this game and take the negatives and work on them. But all in all, I was very impressed. You know, again, probably the media and the pundits and all of them, they're going to focus on how poor Leicester were, especially in those 20 minutes. And they're not necessarily wrong, but we can't be held accountable for it. Like with Villa and Spurs, these, you know, with exception of Spurs and their form, you know, and I know Villa had 2 losses, people build them up and said it was going to be a reaction, you know, and I'm actually happy we took shots. You know, less so Lokonga and Partey, but I'm happy we took shots because that's a team that I think you have to go back to in the league. I think September, August when they kept a clean sheet. So I'm happy that we've done that. You know, again, we always look at games like this and say, you know, it's all fun and games beating other teams, but can you do it against the best managers in the league and so on and so forth? And I know, despite the fact Leicester have won their last couple games, they've been anything but the Leicester they used to be. It was a good performance. You have to win your games. We've ended October strongly. You know, we remain unbeaten. We get another clean sheet, which actually at times I feel we've deserved it, or our defence has deserved it. Like against Spurs and Villa, and we switched off and didn't. So I'm happy to see we kept a clean sheet. I'm happy to win. It's obviously lovely to set the tone for the weekend. But yeah, man, we enjoy what's going on. Whatever we did tactically worked. You know, to have 2 wins this week against Leeds and obviously Leicester, we did our jobs, you know, and all we can do now is go to Watford and so on and so forth, because we've got a tough run of fixtures. You know, we need to keep doing what we're doing and we need to beat Watford. You know, with respect to Watford, we need to beat them and get the insurance of that, because obviously after that we're playing Liverpool and we need to apply ourselves and see what we can do against Liverpool. But that's probably out of all the fixtures where it's a write-off. We're approaching that winter period. November is never positive for us Arsenal fans like that. So, you know, and we're going to need our whole squad. We're going to need everyone to stand up to be counted. You know, from now until January for me is what will be the real test, and see if you can get out of this with a respectable points tally or in a respectable position and we're still improving and moving the right way and we're seeing these building blocks, then you may be able to get Europe. The problem is, you know, whenever we win, we draw conclusions. Whenever we lose, we draw conclusions. And this is a very young, somewhat naive team. I don't think we can. So as I said, let's take the positives. Let's work on the negatives. Let's move. But near enough a perfect performance. Proud of the boys. You got what you deserve. Clean sheet, 3 points. Bish bash boss, innit? You know, we're fighting Leicester. We should be fighting Leicester to be in Europe. You've taken points off them. We all know Spurs and United are playing next. Hopefully both can draw. Again, in the grand scheme of things, we need to take points when other teams don't, because there's going to be times that happens to us. We're not going to win every game this season, are we? Like, logically, I know it feels good and it feels crisp and it feels whatever, but there's going to be bumps and bruises. So it's nice to obviously do that, but that's all I've got to say, man. I'm happy as hell, man. What can I say? On that note, I'm going to love and leave you, Mo, and the people listening.